Hey, Greg. I guess you're a couple minutes there away from getting the win there. Did you see the handball? Did it look legit to you? And what are your thoughts on the game itself?
I haven't seen it, so I don't really have much of an opinion on it. Yeah, we were a couple minutes from closing out. Unfortunately, we again lose a center back right in that final phase of closing out the game. We don't have any center backs on the bench, which because we don't have any here because we have two away at national team, a couple injured. So we just tried to create a little bit of a way to protect ourselves, not having center backs back there, and I think we were okay. I think it turns a little bit that we get a foul call against us on the top of the box with Kelvin. It's a player who's facing away from the goal and isn't going anywhere. That allows them to to whip one inside of our box, which then leads to the corner, which then leads to, if I recall, then the incident that leads to the handball. So, yeah, we just gotta look. If we didn't have bad luck when it comes to some of our player stuff right now, we wouldn't have any luck at all. It's just with guys that are important for us. We've taken a couple injuries when we're thin with international duty, and guys just have to come in and sometimes play roles, whatever role that is necessary inside of the game to try to see it out. And we had that opportunity. I thought in the second half we were pretty compact defensively and stymieing a lot of their attacks, and we looked pretty dangerous in the transition with Preston up top and the runs that he was making, and Ricky picking up the ball and building speed into the attacks. The one that Tyler hits off the crossbar, you want to get that one, and then you create a real cushion for yourself down the stretch. So I thought there was 3 points in there for us tonight, and we didn't get maybe the one extra goal to stretch it out, and then we didn't close out those last few minutes down the stretch.
I know it's early, but do you have an update on Martin? I know you spoke to him as they took him
I
by.
just saw him inside, and it seems like he took a hit in the knee, and so I don't know yet if it's contusion or if something different or more came out of it, or if it's contusion. I don't know, but he was certainly immobile as he was leaving the field. So I just don't know exactly. We probably won't know too soon, but we won't know maybe for a day, but. As of right now, hoping it's just a contusion, just a knock that he can quickly recover from.
Hey, Greg, thanks for your time again. This is your first home game in quite some time, and the supporters were back. It was loud. It's a big crowd. What did the atmosphere feel like? Obviously, you noticed it. Did it feel like we're back to normal again?
Yeah, I mean, it did. I feel like we were closer to back to normal. It's a Wednesday, so I think, with most Wednesdays, you're probably just a touch lighter than you would be maybe on a Saturday or Sunday. But in general, I felt like energy in the building, noise, things like that. It was certainly more of that tonight than there has been in the rest of the season. I think the guys profited from that noise and were able to use it in a positive way. And it was. Look, it's nice to have an environment like that to play in. It's good for the players. It's good for the game, and so it was good to have tonight.
Greg, you guys gave up the first goal again, but were able to come back, had the lead. What does it say about the team and maybe a little bit of their resilience?
Yeah, I think we've seen that now for the last 3 league games that we've played in. 2 of those were on the road, but we were in Salt Lake. We were up 1, and then we were down 1, and then we came back and won by 1. And then in St. Louis, we got down a goal, and we came back and got the point back. So tonight to go down, I think, again, there's some resiliency in there. There's some, stick to the plan kinds of things where we're not deviating to try to rush to get a goal. We've kind of stuck with it, and we see that over time that we can get the goals and we can get ourselves back on the right side of the game. I've seen just a good connection with the group and that resiliency over these last few games that's been good for us. Inside of that, what we're just talking about is just more consistency of our good moments, continuing to, again, be stingier about the types of goals that we give away. Last week in St. Louis, that's a goal you got to live with, the finish there. Tonight, a little bit tougher, in terms of how we gave the goals up tonight. That's got to be a little bit cleaner, a little better. And then taking our opportunities, right, just trying to do that. And like I said earlier, Ty has a great chance to create a real separation, and that I think ends the game, and we don't get it, and now we've got to grind it out. We lose a center back. It becomes just a whole different challenge at the end, too, that we've got to see it out. So, but I see a nice fight, a resiliency. You see growth in our group and our young players, and you're seeing growth just in the collective. It's, I sat back recently, and there's some guys who are pretty new to the league and new to the team and new to this group that are they're working on finding their way together, also how to get these tough results in tough places and tough ways. And so I'm seeing that come around. Now we've got to turn these draws into 3 points, especially in a game like tonight where we have the lead late, and we've got to turn that into 3 points. They know that. That's the disappointment in the locker room right now.
And I know you talked a little bit about Preston, but maybe you could expand a little bit. He seems to add a physicality. He seems to be making some nice shaped runs for you guys. I mean, he seems to be adding a little bit more of a dimension there that maybe you haven't had.
Yeah, he's a different type of forward than the other two. He likes to get out and run in the channels, and he's probably our fastest player, potentially, if I should know that off the top of my head, and I think he is. And he's big and strong and powerful, and he likes contact, and he looks for contact, and he actually uses contact to his benefit, and he plays center backs like that. He's the type of forward that center backs hate to play against. And but the way when we get into those transitions, the way he opens his runs and shapes, and then the speed that he has is another dimension for us. That is, it was nice to see tonight. It gave us something different, and we were able to. In the first half, I thought they were able to play through our lines a little bit too easy. They were using Polito, who was dropping off as a striker and playing between our pivots, and he was linking up the game, and it was too easy for them to get into our half the field. So we decided to sit a little bit more compact and play them in the transition a little bit more, and I felt that really opened up some opportunities for us. And using Preston's speed and using Ricky's pace with the ball on the dribble, and Tyler being able to get out and run a little bit, I felt like we created some interesting moments inside of the transition game tonight as well, which was, again, not something you always see from our group.
Hey, Greg. Douglas recording an assist today on that goal by Martin. Back-to-back games with an assist. With Chicharito going down, have you maybe noticed a shift, maybe mentally or something in the training ground with him these last couple of weeks? No,
I don't think it's been in the last couple of weeks. I think just what I would say over the last couple of weeks is he's really gotten himself more match fit. He went 90 minutes, close to 90 minutes, maybe 90 minutes without the extra time in St. Louis, which surprised me. I wasn't expecting him to be able to, but a player with his level of sometimes tactical awareness, he knows where to rest, how to rest, but without hurting the team, things like that, and get himself through. And that game, I felt like he looked dangerous through good chunks of the game. Same thing here. I think he's getting his fitness, his legs, getting himself connected with the group. I feel like, to be honest with you, his mentality has been solid over really the year. He's just had a big struggle to get healthy, stay healthy, to really get connected to the group, to be able to get himself to the right position to even help us. And I think over the last few games, he has been able to physically and mentally get himself into a position where he knows he can help the team, and the team knows that he can help them. And so you're seeing a good integration or reintegration in him back to the group, and we need it. We need it because we need some firepower up at the top to supplement our group. So I think it's been good for us with him.
Yeah, you mentioned Cáceres going down. Chris Mavinga just made his first start since, I believe, April.
Yeah,
looking at your current depth back there, do you guys feel like there's somebody in-house that can step up at that position?
I think I'm going to try Efra at left center back the next game, see how he does. We're going to never lose the ball, and just it's just been difficult. Guys that we were expecting big contributions from would be Sega and would be Chris and Martin and Jalen are not the two guys I expected to play every single game basically through the course of the season so far. That Jalen was a guy we wanted to bring along, but he shows he's ready and capable, and Martin is a guy at 36 that we didn't necessarily want to rely upon him every single game. We wanted to be able to have some rotation and some guys that could do it, but we just haven't gotten the whole core of them healthy and in a position to play. So we've been riding guys, and now with international duty, it being at a really bad time for us and everybody, I'm sure, but for us and guys, now a couple guys going down, it makes us thin. In terms of the solutions, I don't feel like I have to have a solution while I sit up here, but I'm gonna hope it's a contusion and it's not horrible, and he has a really speedy recovery in the next 24 hours. Optimistic, and if not, we'll have to assess what the next scenario looks like. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Yes. Not totally clear. It's the knee situation is moving in the right direction. It's trying to get him just kind of physically fit and trying to prepare him to get him back in. So it's just having little setbacks here and there with him that we're trying to work through at this time. And so I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping within the next couple of weeks we can get things clear for him. Okay. Thanks.